ye de ama no enkae no ebe questions amubebisa wabra mo so mabekan ho e wo Zoom eso anase phone no eso etisabre yensa ibere no yenua Ivan Chey Innocent we youth activists wo asema anase nkomo a ni titira asem eye Ghana yenya ye fa hudi ampa wono na eba abedi kan a wode ne nanudisem eba abetudwa na mere owo eye 15 minutes na Zoom link no me de beto screen so anase me boso e de akyeremo se de be ya ubetima aba abekan ho e wo Zoom no so ebere no so na se bibi nti Zoom no ye ntiba nkwa a ye be bie phone lines no na won so wetimi abekan ho eti over to you Ivan Chey Innocent ba Kwame Minkah tie for ni ahwefo say ye power jackpot no eguso a ekoso de hia ne se obe dial star 274*10# said be ya 5,000 Ghana cedis ensie ya ye de ma Ghana fo ensie onso nsa ebeka Ivan Chey Innocent yankwe
the dikai mamenchia da minti ahwefo and a very special day and question that will be a very special question as to whether say Ghana yes see but are we really independent? I think say over the years this is a question a border on the minds of a lot of Ghanaians out there. Say sebi baby eba bedru sesi a yebetimi pause on ya sober reflection. Na yebisa a lot of questions na baby a nko yie no yebetimi dia see ye. And then this particular question is very very important. I think say 67 years after independence every single day we have that opportunity you beside that particular question and today say you beside that question now answer ka ho say we beside say Ghana are we really independent? My answer is no, we are not, because the independence are seek ya na ye ho free abrofu hunum no na enye say politically no ye take the decision say ye gi ho keke say be make the rules for ourselves, but you can independence in its proper rendition a say it should come with some kind of social economic independence. And to me, all the portions aspect of independence, the most crucial, the most important are the economic independence. That is why liberation and Nkrumah attempted to link it with the economic liberation of the ordinary Ghanaian. But as at are you really independent? Because for Obi to become independent minded, one of the biggest yardstick about me say independent or not, that will come from the kind of economic independence and nipano winning and I mean so if you are not economically independent, you cannot be your first independent minded. Always and always you will be strain controlled. The obi pair and our bajing, there will be a show say and now by because we know the partner Toma Woody or Dino. Politics, there are a lot of things that sometimes you sit down and you realize that certain things are going wrong. But Nipana or criticizing on the feed you on the show. So how do you criticize? So until say, to me, I'm making sure say we are economically independent, I am not sure that kind of mental way na yepen yen sabeka. And then maybe I started free. I had the idea and come start here. I think that we were on the path because answer never to me realizes that economic independence, I did here. And the industrialization drive. And I think that is what Nkrumah started. Because when he started that, who say Ghana betimi ade ne ho it is very very important say near bi wo ho a ema oman ade ne ho a man ba be self reliant and they say we go into production and so person we production you need to build up industries then as for. So when Nkrumah started he had a grand economic policy and that particular policy to realize it, or realize it, say, as a backing with an industrial drive. And Untina Tema as a city was created as an industrial hub of Ghana. Most of them, my friends saying, manufacturing hub, industries like a CIA who will come no Tema and no cost station or saying, what the quality because if the human as if will come with pollution and other stuff, anti Temano, one yes in Nipankotana, or yes, say the Koyam for the human as if for Sabaya. Production because a more output Ghana for Beyisu and there are a lot of factories and are set up them. But today what do we see? Place now are set up as an industrial city, and they are changing a residential area and modern day politicians go to Tema Yekuya home for a portion of land. But Nkrumah could have owned that particular place, the entire place. But he felt said no. So Ghana percent industrialization drive we need to set up factories and then answer for because we am feed the juma. Ebema unko for anya juma ye. enti enesa wo hwe your politician be gina stage na e ka say Toyota for share cars na say for 50-60 years ago na Ghana share cars wa say 50-60 years ago now some of the things I they proud of hono na no Ghana so we had that particular vision but the very moment in Kromes your friends administration here torpedo you know then people decided say then let us torpedo his entire name be so the industrialization drive everything including companies or setting up you know ya turn in the name of this cheap politics so say Ghana you be say won say you independent let me jina ha catch us we are not really independent independence na yenya or some kind of a symbolic gesture paid to us by your colonial masters but truly no the idea ma independence edimu papem aye economic independence na ye has the average and the ordinary Ghanaian ebetimi ade no ho and na yemra na be say won say enwuma sem say the city now no president any opportunity to address the people of this particular country the constitution imposes a responsibility on the president to say omra no mechira amanfo said the Omino in the state city president echo parliament could announce for 2 solid hours he couldn't utter a word about the surging unemployment crisis in this country and you and I know in recent times we've seen on various platforms moha me yasho say binuma ba say professional groups like nurses like lab tech in as a forum omonam asking say government should come out with initiative I bet me abuama nyuma sem akoye but president ejina na so he never mentioned anything but you and I nim say o man bia emu mrantie eni adwuma ye bia no sa man no the security peace and tranquility I was expecting no me nyina ye threatened because abrantia he has nothing to lose more or less they become like a loose cannon a cannon fodder that person can be enlisted into anything they become that particular thing no they are struggling to survive into your mind your mampanyini na say wo pese o mind no ejira na ejina ya you make sure say youth in their productive years no in their youthful years na hoden no energy no ho no obetimi aboa create avenues sabi o betimi invest that particular energy into something productive our mind so benya mfaso na ebasa apart from say omunya adwuma ye no omu medan obi will become independent minded ye hai nifa bebre na pi omu akwasha this excessive partisan politics because of the omubedie because for recent times I better this say who rap politics we not can send bebre guma at the end of the day somebody will recognize you and give you something to do so at the end of the day you know the substance nipa quality I say here no we don't even see that is why in recent time we've seen a lot of idiots taking the political stage in the name of partisan politics because it's so easy to drive yourself through the party lines not to mainstream politics nipa ninya kwenya no begina no kasa na obi say leadership bianca here refined minds to lead the country but if you look at this bunch of some are jokers or more anya power to be at executive position you ask yourself say minor that to say because we have really enlisted a lot of hooligans some kind of rascals be asabi ya more executive tag and in the name of politics they are raping this country left right and and the other order of the day and then corruption political corruption. Another way, president no opportunity say all back because say you to be adwuma ye or minor fap bibia be gina sika sem so na dey ba ko edi enya aye corruption so now no president buy na I was expecting say at least inko betimi make it time say let us address the issue of corruption because President Akufo-Addo is one person who campaign on anti-corruption rhetorics our can nsem bebre say oba the announced principle na say for oba ye so Ghana ni nya gidie woni mu say oba be something very important by ne Anan's principle now it has been decimated. Anas Nankasa has been bastardized, he has been insulted, he has been demonized, all sort of unholy way has been tagged to Anas and the fight against corruption today has become a mirage. There is nothing substantive to pinpoint and also bet me a pontificate say. So the youth in this particular country and politicians modern day politicians or prioritizing youth. They see young people as mere commodities. They see young people as tools so able to use to achieve political power, to achieve fame, to achieve whatever position that we want. You need to me we are now you damn pure. We only come back to them the next 4 years. So it is about time our young people will realize that no, yen to me and mere commodities in the and I say we are just mere pawns on the chessboard of these greedy politicians. But rather no, active participant. Yen so you role very very way yes. Yenya bibi free politics na ye because that be ameka politics aye enya sorry na yakase yewu ya kwakwaje emfa so o baabi emfa so na ye gine wasase su ha ya angina ye gine say yeah, to nema man, nema ye, because young people in Ghana are not asking for cars, they are not asking for pizza, they are not asking for Apple, and as for Apple laptop, and as for they are asking government to do things right. And yes, sir, situation never do a Betty and some, your two initial middle is quite recently who they see here. Tunisia, a certain young man out of economic frustration, engaging in a single act of self-immolation or soldier to and that particular act not triggered a wave of radical revolution in North Africa and the whole of Middle East. And then in the Koko see to abines ahudo bebre ama instability cause our your friends say Syria and as for as a result of some of these things and a cover by and say yempesa yebekɔ era numa. Then we need to do something. We need to start building because Abraham Kufuor say all about with industrialization drive, now felt say now you come back to e-commerce time, e-commerce era, because that is what he started building factories across the country because that is the only way we could guarantee job for young people, we could secure job for young people. Or more sikana yade kwama no ne kokra nema no eso beti. But every economy be import driven be that particular economy cannot survive. That is why China, upon grappling with poverty in the past, and they've come to the realization that the only way out is to engage in production. And then China leveraging the number, and a competitive force in the economic world. And then so China says na near more yen as for Ghana, you rely on them for a lot of the things that are coming today. But besides, say a day na year on our own. I am soon bit me say ye changing the state of our economy. Yeah, industries, my industries na agina ama manfo anya biaye. Ta nemo ni nyina ni ho. So me that kind of commitment on the part of our politicians to ensure say ye create nyuma aba nipa be self independent no. Sa nemo no enhye da ni ho sa.
Okay. Ivan what time also. Yeah that say say what do anu disem edi kan ye betene ne no free Ivan Che innocent one. Eti wabra wutie na wohwe dwumadie no so kai se wadwe nkyere no nsusuye no obetimi e de abebata dwumadie no echi na yetimi ate wonka na wonso wetimi akasafa asem ya ye di ho nkomo yi ne se Ghana ampampa yenya ye fa hodie Ghana ampampa ye wo fa hodie bi e de hwahwa ye ho me wo se same a wo ye mechanic e de message aba a wo ga se Kwame anase fa hodie ndie yenya mpanifo no na adi abro samese wo hwe odane mpamu a wo hwe anope say ebra so se betie Father Abraham Kumsen our General Secretary Emma Ghana Federation of Labor ono so 20 minutes to deliver on the message Ghana truly independent Ghana ampampa yenya ye fa hudie enche bia Zoom line also and as a Zoom link no me announce so ya obeshase abekan ho na ya peke mu nyina madwenche enmu susuye. Over to you Mr. Abraham Kumsen.
Kwame medasi nukreni we ahu angasa obra ye sha sinem bebi kura ye bodu hune ahune no arves in the sense that samukaya them coffee one painful no they opposed Nkrumah. They said it was too early for Nkrumah to fight for the independence.
That's right.
Now that is what you say because when Nkrumah yagini from the beginning up to now. Now closer I'm can say me constitution no I'm there all the edit course if you already it is inside there say ubia what am be and also we sure say na dwunu da ho a sound mind only mental issue bia na say we raise to a level ubia or per mampin edino we hear critical mental evaluation because me hunu normal because subenya say na you unto say ye bibia obama so announce say you want to contest for that higher office now medical team be obeyo ho adwuma Now, what certified it? You are mentally sound. We can't do we are. You see, Kwame Nkrumah ne symbol. Symbol is also a matter. Yeah, Miss Sano, who said Nkrumah any campaign or the Akoko in crew. Akoko, you know, it mean a lot because I say, Wada na Akoko no over soon, over boom, you know, if you end them. That was a symbol of CPP at the time. And it speaks volumes. Ukraine, according to me, any na sorry if you end them. Yeah, quite able to do soon. Okay, soon the performance in the bush. I'm saying that I'm not joking, I'm really serious. The symbols, that's why you won't name your child after any demon and I Bibia officer or say you don't have to do it. Now, as soon as say or say no maybe yeah, like Ivan, okay. Tema, I've been better 1971. The industries 24 hours. I was running shift morning, within afternoon, within so about night. And that we don't sleep. Valco, the textile companies, steel works, how about today we don't sleep. Nkrumah initiated all these things because why did I fight for independence? Did I do that? Then later I go back to our masters for them to help us. No. That is called independence. If you are independent, and a partner, he comes to your parents for job money. It doesn't make sense. Now, come here, never be factories numerous. You see, I'm going to start to say they are going to do something now. Like Ivan said, start again. Now, oh, no, the way I want me, Galam say, they came to destroy, not to build. That is how come our independence. We are not independent. We have been colonized again, and a remote. You should tell me, neocolonialism. That's what we are experiencing now. They are using this mental issue guys do what they are doing. And I can see. So most of them either they are on drugs or I can't tell. But the way they are behaving, Massa, and they are putting everybody into trouble. I believe that we before say, oh, we pay 10 cities. The 10 cities already. I just say, one family now, I haven't heard this before. You understand? Now, at the time, go full bread, no, Papa, waka high, yet not in the room. What can I say? Is it not madness? I am because World Health Organization. One reporter about 2 years ago said last year. Okay, say out of the 30-something million people in this country, 2.5 have mental issues. 2.5 or mental issues. What are those people? I'm not mad. I'm not mad. So what are the people? Let's just do proper evaluation. The people are over there. Because what is happening is not normal. So who do you want? Who do you want? Kwame, I don't know what is going to happen. But me, I thank God that yet to me, I survived up to this time. From now, go to this end of the year. I know so that the people themselves, and I am not campaigning for anyone, but I think that a natural something that will happen. I'm telling you, I've been campaigning for any political party, but I think that the people themselves, unless then it will be then the badness has cut across everywhere. Because if you go and you feel that, like a pastor, whatever kind, because you support hearts, it is just a say Jimino, then the consequence. She said, you follow them out, you die. Because God will not come from anywhere. God will not come from anywhere to come and make your life better. You must decide for yourself. As the good thing for you. That is it. See, Kwame, Malaysia, Ghana independence, even though the same, but we had our independence 6 March. Malaysia was 31st August. Even though the same year, but we were first. Go there. They also had their own challenges. But they were able to overcome it because of the leadership that they had. Oh. And so, no, I was saying, I say, leader, and leaders are, my you know, about them, my you know, at the whole very sound. And I will continue to say that we need to examine the brain of people who want to be elected to higher office, like presidency. As idea, they will continue to rule us, and we will continue to suffer. We cannot do anything about it until we all perish. So all I'm saying now is that IMF, we are not going to IMF today, we are not going to IMF tomorrow, we are not going to look. If it were any civilized country, okay, these people would have been impeached, they have been removed. Why do you lie to us? You know the consequences of going to IMF, and we are a sovereign country. We have the capacity. We have all this. The finance minister was assuring the nation that we have the capacity. You, President, you are happy with what this man was saying. You have elevated the man. You that Ghanaians are fools. We are stupid people in this country. They don't respect us. Master, what is happening now? No, it's not about NDC, MPP, PNC, whatever. There should be a civil action, like, you know, expressing our frustrations and problems by voting right. I'll be shocked if people will still, even friends that I know who are MPP people, is breaking the 8 also, 4 more also, and they confide in me that, Master, I don't know. I told you, there. Then we thank God. Then remain in the area. Don't tell me this. You go to the polling and you go and vote. Then you are the mental, you know, you are number one. So I wish questions will come because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. You should have given us about I want to say 1 hour. What my casa? 1 hour. What my casa? Until you give us extra time to. That's right. Round up.
Father Abraham. So the one who did some medical and the abetuja. Oh my Ghana. The Dwabo Ase and that day. And yes, maybe did you media no chamia, maybe some questions. Baby, and ye jamamo. And I'm gonna move host to show no. Media the man as a mabom di no mabekasa. But niabe ye ain't chabiana say, yet ye Zoom link in a beto. Ega. Said about Baba can you Zoom no. Eti said we sit here baby a wo bia no ye be huru anim gani na wa be busa question and I say what dey ensem ni bi awere abebata to na nra BBC here e wo power mid morning so and enkomo na no mudi no nefa de ye enkomo ya ye di ya ho na mabunu na no mo dwumade no so no bi ebusa say eti Ghana bra ye je ye fa wudi and innocent obedi ka ko podium no na wayi sa asem we ano wa bra won so de the work react be at social. Asema na mabunu no dodo na ebusan say ebra Ghana nya ne fa hodie no ye ne abrofo no kwa apam bi agreement bi ye twa agreement bi ye de ensa e she krata bi ase na se ye de ensa ye ensa she krata na se a e wo se ye hunu sabre wo se ye hunu ense be wom so monti ase se bibia ye be ye bia wo ye mamu no eje broni ne wo bi obebo eno na be kire ba bi a wo se yedi yani e kire omudi kana Ivan.
Yes, I think independence now more than my no. Now we were hoping say betimi take charge of our own destiny. Because so we nkroma kasa na oka nyina na so want to me and take charge of your destiny by working around all other social aspects. A very symbolic gesture, just like we are witnessing. Until you need to build industry to ensure that economy, you become self-reliant. Sabaya will seek a seminar as for natural resources, you set up factories in the industries a bit me building our added value to it. And the whole town you determine the commodity prices. Cocoa now you make sure that you add value. When you add value and you are selling, you determine the prices. But some of these things in Ghana was never a priority after days after Nkrumah. Individuals I buy and I can say, oh, and then I said for said day. So the big question is, are we really independent? And now beside the average and the ordinary Ghanaian had a life. They are not really independent. Because how come? And then a young lady of maybe 20 years, a young lady of maybe 25 years will travel all the way to Middle East and allow herself to be sold to a modern day slavery. Within the course or Qatar, within the course of Saudi Arabia. These are energetic young people in Ghana or Maya when it comes to gold production, when it comes to cocoa, all the mineral resources I was so why will a young lady out of frustration will sell herself to a place like to Egypt, like Qatar?
That's right.
For what? What are they going for? Because you're breaking the veil here. There is absolutely nothing. Listen, your president Bejina stage now no lie in the middle said Ghana beyond aid. You're home self-sufficient because that is the first sign of being independent. The first sign of being independent is being economically self-sufficient, independent. For my culture, that is the only way you can become independent-minded. It's never possible. So you can't say, Ghana beyond aid, Few days after, we have become principal beggars. Out there begging for clemency. Okay. The president was packaging your first apology, and I was send it to China. Say, agree, Sabaya, Yesika. We are virtually begging for everything. And I think that there is something fundamental wrong. We need to sit down as people, not just excessive partisan extremism. We are building a country because so we you can never know where you're going. So we need to know where we are going. Now you hope baby best start here free. I say yes, 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 and then I say for a good crime. You don't be a and then a season of your friends say March. And then I'm catch and say, and then you have a lunch cathedral. Cathedral, and I am an If you look at the amount of money we pump into this senseless venture, I have the high and a pit. Now, besides, I was there, and then the ordinary Ghanaian, the average Ghanaian, the kind of things they are grappling with. Now, you this acquire Sunday mana. Then you see, say, a problem.
But to go, what Casano, HB, a better Richard, ni ayi actually enka. But as I don't know. Another question I hear for the back at the abandon said, Kwame, who speakers in Yano, as more Casate said, ye, Bonia two my gun and Ninano Subono, Yeva more a political party or what by Musabre, a your Monquan, Eddie Boniana, Ivan one year or more, tell a.
Oh, I think yes, Nana Kufa by or by a Nema Trasso. But over the years since independence, say Jenny na and Chroma a bottle horse a year corner. May you say a deviate of that particular part, and it's not just this political party. Abayako, focus. I did work minor. I'm not sure that we have a single template, and that is the major setback because this is the kind of direction all political parties and across political parties, they are building a certain consensus. This is the line. I am not sure that can go before mine the open. Okay. There is no proper line. And OBI are responsible. Okay. Only thing is these people have taken it to the extreme.
Okay. Memoir Sarah Babiona, Wabetwa and Common Subasabre, Richard Ni Ayi actually, our member of the NDC communications team. No, one now better than coming man of 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Not the any presentation. No, a year asemia. Yadia screen sweet Ghana and Pampa Yanya fan with ye. Well, yeah, you bet your father Abraham Kumsin Bio. May I sure say on so Zambia, I was a year no offense, or South Zambia was a or the Kania, Odi Kain, and the 2 year. Titru, some question that may Busa Ivan a free mumu, back over by say, adentina say ye de subo ni nyina ebo aban we ye yes I fair na me sure say Father Abraham Kumsin ewo ho anu ye basabre Richard ni ayi Ashley our member of the NDC communications team question is Ghana ampampa yenya e fa wudie yenti we
Mada was in my charity for ya. The woman say Ghana and a 6 match. Anka ye say anka Samri no. You start say your democracy. Yenya successive government from 1992 and then the Republic are sustaining for a very long time. From J. John Rawlings into na me kasa about your democracy and I say you're independent. And I was say ni pakwa bakwa. You be din J. John Rawlings because now you're independent, you're different kind of successive republics but this fourth republic, you know, based on arrangement, these structures are building it to sustain the 1992 constitution, you know, and nothing in there. Ghana, you know, you are TSC, you team Ekasa. Now, sir, independent now, Mekai started from 1948, New Kwabraboni. A Juma Mudidima Ghana independent, and that you know, Kasa say you're independent, you know, and no, I enjoy na say a dena air coso. You know, I bet you say. Government aba. But constitution e di bu minor structures na ye building up. And no so government bi a ebe bia no. Wo hwe so dia build your mind amanfa so dia wo independent ho no. Ghana ye nya na make us there be because even though no omu continue but the ye hwehwe say anka Ghana no ye benya the independent aye hwehwe no ye nya ye. Esan say ye ka say economic independent and I say political independent ni dia ye nya political independent no. The political independent no kwampo a ye kas yenyen and you sustainable and you dey be say we are benefiting out of the political independent adentina make us je wo president wo Ghana has as a CEO no me powers are ye dey man as president no make us is too outrageous to the extent say one is the only person the 3 arms of government no person on take control even though no anka this all these 3 arms of government no or so bia ending in lemu nanka on participating in the part. Then so this very government, you know, the powers, you know, even though the amount of but why start beyond that. Let's look at the judicial arm of government. Omo power ni say anka omo nanka Ghana constitution no, omo be hwe na omo man SCP SITA, not transparency. Aye di bu man no anka aye adwuma justice. Aye adwuma. And so there's a lot of injustice system at Ecoso. Those people who are supposed to enforce this kind of injustice at Ecoso say no. They are not enforcing it because Onuan Kasano, he is in the pocket of the appointee, the president, the chief justice today. Onuan Kasano, the president now appointing him. And you know, he is in the pocket of the president. The president in here, BB, now I was say, Onuan Kasano, one share, Nanka, one country and say, Mr. President, hey, one man in the office to grow, to work, and allow me to work. It's answer when him say, Okasa Bakumienua, president, you know, has the power. So be in everyone in Tino, Omutimi and yes, they can work independently on their own. And the judicial system, they are not even independent. Apart from that, you know, they show the parliamentary arms of government now. And I was say, Omuni the executive, there's a lot of check and balances. I was say, encore so between themselves. But there's no proper check and balance. The executive power, if you say, or no Ankasano, he has the power. And the anybody or parliament. About last 4 days ago, Parliament passed a bill. I bet Ghana for your dachi. And so the president, you know, he is playing with his testicles. He is not able to roll the ball because of Philisa, he's the president now. And you know, bill now passing on sign. Now on sign so instead of say can you create womb actually Ghana for no, he is playing around it. And the independent now share from the foreigners now who Ghana. Over time ago, no, Jansa kana there be Jansa kan esan say.
Esan say all the best for us so and obi awoti e yaboaben e the message I was Kwame toma eye NDC ni na wo kasa no bisane say said ye wosi kasa wode ne sa eteretere na na adusuyi a woka ye mra yi mu nsami na said 1992 constitution e Rollins wa penso e na ye twere it is ye mra no I'm a president to me, so bet my appointment to the door. I didn't know also Subono, Yadabo, a year and ne abai. Richard, what do you say?
Jamaican say the focal argument now person making is say, Yamau the power, say obey to me, Eddie Jumabi. But President we no, Usha no kwa obedi the president no. Usha successive government aba. Supreme Court judges are no appointing no. Ebro Atamis they are appointed here. Ebro John Mahama they are appointed. Any John Ajekun Kufuor Supreme Court judges are more appointed here. And you say Akufo-Addo as a president because of the authoritarian leadership e won the no or say one say beyond that.
Okay.
And nothing I made so born here them. The fact say been predators your mouth the will say exercise no you don't have to go beyond your boundary.
Okay, Mate. Mama told that's our question way and fan table no may sure say Father Abraham Kumsen e will be kan ho. One in ya adwen what the all canon say mmra no ene panindie e na ma attempt ne nya no aye den wo my Ghana.
Oh, say constitution since 1992 President Ayusu President Kufuor Atamiris Lawrence now you see be payment. But you see I said what to raffle you for your protection. Now who security for he knows how to handle it.
Yeah.
Why careful? Also, why a mental evaluation of people that you want to employ? This is why you have critical examination. That's who the previous ones in Omoko. Another one about. That's who decide to initiate. I didn't say one where he will turn the rifle on you. You understand? No, the master. He can turn it on you and kill you.
And so in this case, Emrana was a boy home by no. And I'm saying you are wo kase no na adwen ye ne say one fanfa baby foforo no obetime use dia say ye
exactly
and on AC
because
the rich the adwen
me adwen because the constitution no you no kwan o use say appointment of a what that why is it that he's abusing it? Say what's he position now mpe obo say me chance me ba we hu loophole do ha me ba I will show them. That's what is happening now.
Okay. Ivan, once one year was some way here.
Democracy in the hands of a fool is like a sharp knife. I would crack
it.
The only thing to expect is bleeding. Meboa. Oba crack it. I want no fast kind nam help try na de send some dey na we expect. Unkwana moja ne tu no. So you don't give power to the unwise. You see, yes, I admit your 1990 constitution has a lot of updates. Yes, yeah. The constitutions are supposed to be a living document and must reflect the growing needs and aspirations of the people every day. So what's your constitution 1992? You don't expect it to work perfect in this one. So that is why we need to update. And to me, I'm not in the same way with amount for more camp for a total overhaul, say jettison the entire constitution. No, I think we need massive constitutional re-engineering. For instance, or can Supreme Court we need to put a ceiling, just like the United States of America have done. So I know that if there is a ceiling in the Supreme Court, you can't go beyond 8 Supreme Court judges. I know that the president who comes, may not have that room. You only appoint people, abra will be azete. So until they place a ceiling on that, and then number of ministers, I think we have come to a timer. We need to realize that we need to put a ceiling on the number of ministers. 40 flat and no. Abambia cannot do anything. You see, these are some of the bold initiatives that we need to do. And yes, sir, now there is this room over there. The kind of excessive executive power granted to whoever becomes president, is so enormous. So ask yourself, if such a power is granted to a fool.
Okay.
And I think that is what is playing out in this country at the moment. That we see, So we need to be very careful.
But Ivan, what you say we are the other co-presenters no which is concern your viewers about what the say 67 years of independence assembly again. Abe saying call ama buy for front so ewo abemo political party for ewo abemo. I don't think that come as a suboni nyina no ye him e good na Akufo-Addo ba omi aban yi sway. Father Abraham, wanu ye won ho here dem.
Kwame, very simple. Government ben no aban ben no by party ben from Lawrence to President Kufuor, Prof. Mills, and they one and a woman said, we're deeply involved in Galamsey. Tell me.
Sabino.
A binding different involved because Professor what in the report no. He was part of them. He's still with them. So this is what was going on. From the presidency, they are deeply involved in Galamsey, destroying the water bodies, destroying the farmlands. Is it not madness? Massa, which government? Tell me, from the military time up to now, one and all them, Jimmy Zamino. Very, just say, I have but them Jimmy. That's what I'm talking about. No government, political party has come to power to behave the way these people are behaving.
It is
go to Amuna, what's in there over lunches, over inaugurate.
Look at
the amount of money that has been sunk there. Meanwhile, I suffer being so calm. What kind of this? The man is very smart to mobilize people. I just say, go for him, over deceive one. Come and help me. So outside, I would think that he's doing the right thing. One here, no, I come to me now to do this. Look at Jessica. Look at the challenges that they're facing there. Into what we said in Pakuni say, Galamsey Onche Abaya Wabakwa, they were involved in this. They are just into destroy PDS as some PDS Japan deal go for oil. Chrono bunch of thieves.
Okay. For everyone, I say
we paid $2 million to a Mauritius company for Omea Sky Trade.
I could say
even feasibility study credit.
Yeah.
Okay. Parliamentary
Richard, Mamento was a question here. Your tear phone about ABC say 67 years of independence and common edieno. Now ye him suboni in Adia Koto, Nana Kufuado ne Baumia Bansho.
The mechanic say Abayamba. Abanko. Then so yedi yesi be fa bi benchmarking. Say yedi successive government na banyina kwa mo fa so ekuta constitution no kwa mo fa so didi dwuma abeboa ga na development no. Eno na yedi behwe. Yedi omo nyina de no toto the current president Akufo-Addo MPP Akufo-Addo Baumia government no ho a. Who ne say they are bloated in all aspects. Hwe na make say yama power. Akufo-Addo buy and all position was say obey you less government than Mahama 80 ministers. Oba appointee 123 ministers. Aden we no na collapse bi zongo ministry so kai wa collapse no and na uko there's no trace of documents bi papa obetim dia check say omo be they hold that ministry no omo documentation omo dey aduma kwa wen. If there was any breach of corruption, I say bribery scandals in Nimebua, or must say Bibia. I say our agenda say Ghana no, he is coming to milk from this country. And yes, about the building. And this is born in United TV because it beats my thinking. Say, as president, when you see to do over $200 and something million, say, oh, the sea cathedral. Now, they say only empathy be crown per se. And coming do the dan crown could do baby and come here. Mingan what to am none with Jan or Sakwa. Because what kind of immunity I'll enjoy after you exit office as a president in what Jamano and can build this structures and a system at her and Anka Obi Bona Akufo-Addo Jumedia Odi ye cheno dia ko to prison gecko ye twa the team play and ye twa the team ma Anka Akufo-Addo can be sure say only ba omi ado mu ye anko mu ye da apart from that no
me da say Richard me da say yema atiefo ne ahwefo mbrem e wutu say bufu abapa o man Ghana fa hodie hu komo ne edie no say ampampa ye nya fa hodie ye biem zoom link no unfortunately BBS amana ye densi ye betimi e dey atudwa ba mu betimi afre e wa homa no so 0204 155 888 and 0204 155 944 eyama okasa ne nyentia asembisa abonitew mame say ensem ni bi na wo kan dia to ni aye presenters no dia to edwadada na now so aye nyentia e dia mame 0204 155 888 and 0204 155 944 mo frewia memo mo de omanu di sema etwato e de ato monim asane ye de dwumade no abana wie eti sabre de eye mo bre eti mo frɛ na madwenkyerɛ no mu susuɛ no momfa mbata ɛyɛ dwumadie no akyi numbers ne 0204 155 888 ɛna 0204 155 944 frɛfo odi kan ɛnya aba hello morning ɛmɛ sɛ yɛntere nka article 0204 155 888 and 0204 155 944. We say Kwame Minkah and mama ye Independence Day for vida no aye depa wo fia manije wabedwa for no pa omonse mo kano ye no nyina ya adwen minta message or the buy no sanso na grace message or the free type for buy was say good morning to you Kwame and your audience. Ghana is not as independent as we presume to be because and then ebiane say 3.8 billion inti yes chinchina gay mrai aye DC kwan omompese ye be president any who kwan so den sabesha ase we message audio aba 0204 888 and 0204 155 944 minim de akoso ewa homano so but ubetoma ye benya ama kwan amwa bekasa na watimi ede akọ mama momfa manu di sema twato entudwa Ivan me say wama ansa so person ka se
yes I think that question now will be said and me person me answer say I didn't na manfo blame Akufo-Addo government say wo he kwan na nkroma boto ho no na oba na obefa Rollins time na obefa Kufuor time na obefa Atamels Mahama besi ne na ogeji against the benchmark na se for no yes obetimi agina so aka say baby e pass yekono yentumi nuru ho because and the ordinary Ghanaian, the average Ghanaian is not free. That kind of desperation still exists. But why are people talking about Akufo-Addo? Akufo-Addo, the enemy say whenever you're doing NDC MPP comparison, no, don't compare this group of people. You can compare Kufuor, Mahama.
Okay, so what do you mean? You'll be one man so tentem. Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning.
Would you na baby free?
But I'm the quick of you.
Who free?
Okay,
Mr. Manene so na fe call asem no so.
Mr. But I'm the sour asemo. My question is if you are now more say another say near to Casino. Senanke when it has to do with cow. Now, if you are now where you can assure us to see them going to be anything. And two, if you are now, or no, Mamiano, Moya don't go chief. If you are go chief, also no Nedman and I go for the away. And I'm crying for the away.
Medase no question who be sir. Obesa also bet me do the about 0204 155 888 and 0204 155 944. And the wabra yedi for day ya dwendwen ye man ho ebisa ho sa mpampa ye won fa hodi ampa na and I say ya da so enkwaso mu ye presenters ahodo a omde omanu di se matudwa ba bi omudi omani kire no kame ya say leadership asem no mo kan. But the case say whether say ye independent and I say ye independent no it appears so mun nyina gitum say I mean wo krata so de abrofo ni yeso benso wo konso teten kwanche ya 0204 888 and 0204 155 944. Hello morning.
Yes, morning.
Would you na baby free?
Your friend Isaac Otu Mukase free Kumasi.
Isaac Otu Kumasi yet you.
Yeah,
that's it.
In fact, you're 67 years, disgrace. And then you celebrated 67 years. But presidency, because of 3.8 billion, you are not serving our interest, but the interest of diplomats and the interest of Western world. In fact, another year out.
It's only omo ya adwen say bonini nyina so boni yemfa mo Akufo-Addo on.
Yes, because for now na ye ka asem no, una ye ultimate bibia. Because enkomane nkofo de can always speak about enya enye bi na tankofo ni nyanya.
Atiri o kan me.
Enti no kwase me say obi a wo independence day na bia no. Wo ye true Ghanaian o ma do do ma. O so we ho. And then going to celebrate Independence Day.
Material canon. But I say, Ivan, I mean, Tio Nafe, Mema Munina Quenya, Manudi Semetra to Enfa into a.
Yeah, so I think so. We had the fast pace of our deterioration in recent times under Akufo-Addo. The kind of promises and assurance that he gave to people, and the speed, the lightning speed at which we've gone to crash now. I think that is why I'm on for Obia Trans are disappointed, because I've told you people in academia are so for sorry Dinachi because of his anti-corruption rhetorics I know make. But look at the state of Ghana. So when I'm calling on the youth of Ghana, say you can't third force now and your political movement, your political way party. A new wave of thinking that has emerged among young people. I prioritize the talent in the youth and accountability. So we need to rise and become like a guardians, irrespective of where you belong to across the political divide. You may be NDC, but if something wrong is going on, you should be bold enough to confront. If you're in the MPP, something is going wrong, you need to. It's not always running away and then expecting some miracle will happen. No, wherever you are, be bold. That is the third force. That is the new wave of thinking that has emerged. Say, let us be guardians. Now you protecting the democracy of this particular country. And yes, sir, now you jana sir, now you with party emotions. And you could support here. Trust me, 67 years in here, about double, we will get nowhere. Okay. What baby? Now I've been saying Yankopon be save Ghana. You are a joker because God and Yankopon need time for Nipa Omuni Nyansa. We need to save our own self. And yes, I God will not.
Ivan Che Innocent, a youth activist. Memo Penny. And a bell lassa or the Ebery, Etifade Abraham Reserve Bullet. Mamma called Richard D.I. Ashley Hall, NDC communication team member. I do this every catwalk.
And they are a hoda. And then you have a video. And they are a hoda pass and say, Anka baby a Ghana a free eba or share the sub-Saharan Africa. Ghana any country didn't can ya for Hudi. Until Senka by now you develop up to some level. By now we have liberated ourselves from unemployment. We have liberated ourselves from financial problems. We have liberated ourselves from shelter. And now, because ordinary Ghanaian cannot afford ordinary 2 square meal. Then to me afford it because we lack the financial muscle to do those things. And they say, you better about 2024. Say, who ye obia wako school from secondary school, junior high school, where do tertiary level, why on masters? Now say, who expect to say, me Richard me I actually. Member can't say, go and vote and change MPP from government. You are doing a mistake because you have ability to comprehend and also study the direction of MPP government way at the echo. And the men sit down and can't say, me can't say, JA and I say B because you need to liberate yourself from where you are.
Okay.
And to say, well, yes, sir, now I expect to say, me, and you are doing a mistake. And to me, first, I can't way so. No matter catch Ghana for say, we need the independence. We need the financial independence. We need the employment independence. We need our personal mental thinking, the independent to think for ourselves. Men transcend Akufo in country say, we need some kind of forces. Our mobile voice out now. Sabin Pedriasa. LGBTQ plus Abagana and the MPP party Akufo do beso me when they are moving from MPP to TPP to move party and they are concerned ambe
me da say and granu of you obu ready you know anyway Father Abraham fire to ase
you see Kwame ayo hwe nkruma
na dey etinsem
hwe nkruma ni vision onya tumi no first, Akosumu Tama Township, the Hamo motorway. People were even insulting the motorway. Motorway in Hua, Gawako, Uha. What do have happened to this country? Motorway. When you can repair, a quota no more tetaso. Here, Obatama Oko Silos, who see Silos you Coco. Products so that in case if you say yen cocoa price now you have to yen correct here we can even store
a cocoa
very huge. I think by now they say by now I say one I didn't want them na
yeah some more
farms creative farms workers farms be there was farms be even the Kunu they had that sector were prepared. In the they were carrying them along to sell. No farms, brigade for one farms. You see, into here, Papa no vision. No here, Nyama. Is here up to now, no here, go for the day. No cranny, yes, will be a beer or time. But who also do presidency up to line so? Galamsey want to me and stop her. Why? Was he able to stop Galamsey? Meanwhile, you are still in office. And tro na the Uhunia one patch. Nancy, them LG, then I don't even want to talk about those things. He said somewhere, say, not in his.
Yes, Yana pencil. And I said,
Penimono say, who didn't trust Anna? What is this? What sense? I see what sense show when I did oil for gold for oil. Even when you crack can crack and say, if you have gold, why do you go and exchange it with this battery? Why don't you sell it? You can process it, add value to it, and then you send, and they are very happy. And Trono.
It's you know, you and that day saying,
and that day we have to mourn. It's good that you are wearing. I should have worn my black because we should mourn rather because this is good there. You come on boy, ma. Say one time, minister, boko when you want feel because if they don't go, master, me moko Togo. I'll go and stay there.
Kwame, like I said, 67 years after independence, we are still far from being free. And at this time, I think that Ghana needs an invasive surgical procedure, an invasive surgical reconstruction. Among we have plastic surgery and to recapture its former glory days because
very well. When I say Ivan Che Innocent, a youth activist, Anson Richard, Ni Ayi Ashley. A NDC communication team member, Abraham Kumsin, a general secretary, Ghana Federation of Labour, Sazuna, Mr. Medindi Kwame Minkah, Ameba Samebesomo, or Jumedia so or Dwabo Ase, Power 97.9, star 274 star 10 hash. So what dialia? Wouldn't you on Sabeka 5,000 Ghana cedis and a bon on Naya? Yeah, power jackpot. Where a road to your financial independence. But I bet you 5,000 Ghana cedis. Ya bokwana to ama Ghana dish yen sia. Someone budget 5,000. It is not naibre muno Mugabe Masi and a beposo hima beba trase. Na ya wanya fidino. Na fi masha se enyeska. It is koswa de tra sarabeya on sabeka. Ocha nyame ya doma ebese share bio. E wo Dwabo Ase Power 97.9. Yes, sorry, so a power mid morning or radio. So what TV so yeah, you must see near Bomonyum, near Kaka, Monkroma, and 70B. Happy Independence Day. And sad Independence Day. Bye bye.